Mm-hmm.
You've got to face this and change. You've got to change. Don't change the circumstance.
Okay. So is there any need, or is it appropriate to pursue anything as far as any tests that I have scheduled as, to see what exactly is where the root of this is? Like I have a medical exam on Tuesday, and is there any need to keep going with that, or just let that go, and then understand that it is within myself that I need to change to be able to alter what's happening to me?
I'm going to encourage you to go and have the tests so that you don't sit and imagine that it's something that it's not.
Right. Okay. And any other kind of consultation, whether it be medical or
I want to point out something to you. You might not think of it as a form of resentment, but self-pity is a form of resentment.
I do.
Cut it out. It's a drag, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
And it's a drag on everyone else. It's not a kind gift to give to yourself or others. It is not an expression of love. It is a willful, hateful act. Or it is a willful, spreading around of distress. Be aware that it's an unkindness and stop it. I know it feels delicious at times, but stop it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a choice. It's not a given. It's a choice that's provided to you, and you say, "Ooh yeah, ooh yeah." It feels so bad. So, don't take the bait. It enervates you, and it messes with your body.
So I can trust that my body's okay, and just to go through the tests, just to be able to reassure any part of me that is doubtful as to what's happening.
Yes, and to let you know where the real work needs to be done, and that you do not have an excuse for delaying that.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I will be with you, but my being with you is going to be a wake-up call. It's going to be like a cold shower shall I say, zap the life back into you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is okay, except you are painting everything with black.
Much the way I dress.
Okay, you got the message. We will take a break. Okay. Hands. The lady on the end, yes.
Raj.
Good afternoon.
This is sort of a follow-up question to Neil's, but under the circumstances, is it appropriate to pursue any kind of, what's the word? Legal action against Puget Sound Energy, any sort of an agreement or settlement?
In order to do that, you'll have to claim damages. Claim damages, and you have to have damages. If you want healing, you're going to have to let go of damages.
Right, but we had physical damages to the house. So this is besides what's going on with Neil. So there were physical damages to our stuff. Okay.
No.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else?
Just a moment. It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. It is inconsistent to proceed upon a legal route to claim that someone or something other than God is responsible for replacing loss. Because before that can happen, someone has to be guilty and someone has to have been harmed. You see, you have to claim harm. And you have to be committed to validating harm. It's inconsistent to do that, and then after you're paid, to then say, okay, God, now I'll let you be responsible. Now I will turn to you to have the manifestation of the fact that it's your pleasure to give me all. So when you claim harm and you succeed in collecting damages, you're stuck with damage. You are stuck with the commitment you made to claiming that you were damaged. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Don't do that.
Yes,
If you abandon that route at the outset, and you say, okay, God, there seems to be inequity here, there seems to be imbalance, we seem not to have what we used to have. I am curious to see the gift of our wholeness manifested in your way. If you do that, you will be amazed to watch and see how it's replaced, and the fact that it's likely to be replaced in a fuller form than you previously had. But you've got to keep open, full open. And when you're claiming that you have been damaged and you take all the steps necessary to prove it, you're not being open at all. It's a fact that people who are in accidents and are injured, those who do not file for insurance compensation or who do not sue for compensation heal faster than those who do. The simple fact is that if their trial doesn't come for a year or 2 years, the damage still has to be present at the time of the trial. And so it is important to them to keep the damage fresh, you might say. And so they do not even heal normally. So watch what you're fighting for.
This is specifically about electrical appliances that were damaged, and the neutral wire in the ground from the service on the outside of the house was deteriorated. So it took them 5 weeks to repair this. And I can see this in from two different angles. One from what appeared to be Neil's apparent injuries, and the other side of it is the apparent damage that was done to our stuff. And so once the stuff was replaced, I went through homeowners insurance in order to recover the stuff so that we could cook and have hot water, etc. And so I from there I went to, oh my God, there I am. I'm on camera. Sorry. Just completely disarmed me. So I went from that to, okay, they have taken, it was a negligence, what appeared to be apparent negligence on their part to take such a long time to make those repairs, during which time we were the ground wires. We became, and I know that I get the rest of it, that of course we weren't killed, we're still alive, we're functioning, but I guess what happened was that my anger went to, how dare they for not, for dragging their heels and not repairing it in a timely fashion. And so look what happened. Each successive hit, took more out, damaged more stuff. So that's where, this evolution of thought was, okay, now what? Is it appropriate to go? Is it appropriate to take that next step and ask them for damages, ask them for compensation in some form, pay up.
I understand.
Okay. I understand what you're saying too, but okay. Thank you.
What you've described is the way the system works. And the system works on the basis that if there's a loss, someone is guilty. And because everything is based on a sense of lack of abundance of money, and equity can only be achieved through the acquiring of money, then one goes as far as one has to go to find the guilty party so they may pay up. Reality functions on a different basis. And it's time to start shifting to the basis upon which reality works. And even after my telling you the answer, the fact that you rehearsed the logical sequence of events, together with the logic of the way things work in the system that's in place, indicates the degree to which you are habituated to the system. You shared it on the chance that I might change my answer and allow you to work within the system. But I will tell you, and I've said it before, do you want justice or do you want healing? Because the two are opposing.
Healing, please.
Yes, and healing includes the replacement or correction, the replacement of things that don't function and the replacement of things that need to be replaced. So let your curiosity be, God, how are you going to do this? God, how is my wholeness going to be evidenced? And let it be on God's terms, meaning free yourself up from your beliefs about what can happen and what can't happen. Well, we don't have enough money, so obviously we can't do this. That mindset constitutes a block to the incredible way in which the replacement and correction of those things can occur that are coming to you from outside your little box. You see?
Yes.
Now, the system that's in place is in place because everybody is inside a little box and everybody has agreed to the rules and dynamics of that little box. You've got to step out of it. Because reality is going on outside of the box in different language and in different terms than all the little rules inside the little box that everybody is so committed to and confident in. So it doesn't matter how slow it happened, whether it was done sloppily, whether you have to do things over 2 or 3 times because it wasn't done right the first time by whoever did it. And continue to be open to the way in which God is unfolding your wholeness that isn't contingent upon dollars or the behavior of others. You see what I'm saying? Hey, be open for a miracle. Be open for the unexpected. That's the way you get out of the box, and that's the way you find that there is an outside to the system that's currently in place. And the more of you who step outside of the box and find the way God works, the weaker the box is going to become, and more people are going to recognize what everyone else is finding out. And they're going to be willing to abandon the box as well. Do you want justice or do you want healing? Do you want to have justice or do you want to experience wholeness? Justice is the accommodation to the belief in incompleteness and lack. Do you see?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. Yes. Microphone?
I want to ask you about my music. For a long time, I've jokingly said that I've been supernaturally stopped from making it. And now I feel like I'm getting the green light to go ahead and pursue my music in a professional way. And I want direction on that. I want to know if I'm seeing that right, or am I just supposed to do it as a hobby to entertain myself?
How can I put it? You must do it for your pleasure. But that doesn't mean just for yourself. You know how the music industry works. And you have grown enough within yourself to know that if you don't stay with the joy, none of it will be worth it. So, you're reading the situation right. It is now time to move back into that activity. But you can't move back into the activity the way you were trying to be in it in the beginning. And that means you're going to meet resistance. Because you are supposedly you're going to be required to work in the industry the way the industry works. And if you want your gift to end up reaching others, you're going to have to refuse to operate the way that system says you have to. So you've got to, yes, start making the gift. You've got to start the extension. But be wise and don't be sucked in. There is some potential for being sucked in, meaning to justify this or to justify that. And you're going to have to stay very close in touch with your integrity so that you don't violate it for the sake of doing it, quote, the way it has to work in order for you to be a success, unquote, because that's not the only way it can happen.
I gotcha.
I know you do.
I'm thinking about making a move, and I want to know about that. Is the move I'm thinking about making appropriate?
Well, the key word is not I, but we. There's a we who will be making the move, and the we has to make the decision together. And that's what needs to be addressed.
Got it again. Thank you.
You're welcome. Success, in quotes. that causes we-ness to fade out of the picture, will never be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hands. I answered your question already.
I'm not even going to go into the agony of what I've been through with this property.
Good.
But I do want to speak about the latest thing. After reworking the drainage system twice and landscaping all of the property with railroad ties or landscaping timbers and seeding and drainage, etc., I discovered quite by accident that somewhere underground in the length of a 150-foot water line there is a slow leak, which is of course right under the area that's been newly landscaped. So it's because it's a black plastic pipe, it makes it impossible to be able to trace it. So that was really like having the rug pulled out from underneath of me. But I thought, well, it's better I discovered it rather than having a unusually high water bill puzzle me. So I came to you, as you know, and asked you where should I start digging. And you told me, gave me very specific instructions on where to start digging. And it's a two-part question. One is, this leaking pipe, is it just something that needs to be repaired, or is it representative of me leaking some kind of energy or not going with the flow or something like that? And then, since there are no accidents. And the second thing is, where you've told me to dig, there's not supposed to be a water line there. I mean, it's like totally out of line with the beginning and end of where the pipe comes into the house and where it joins the street. It's like totally out of that line. So now I'm afraid to dig in the ground because I feel that if there's no line there and there's no leak there, it will be like a breach of faith that will like clobber me. So I'm afraid to repair the leak. So what do you think of that? I'm getting tired turning the water on and off twice a day.
Give the microphone to someone else.
Hands.
If your water meter is running and all of the faucets are turned off, it means that water is leaking, right?
Yes.
If you don't want water to leak, you find the leak and correct it. Keep it simple. It doesn't mean anything about you, about your energy. It means that somewhere in that pipe there is an opening that is letting water dribble out. Correct it. Keep it simple. And I'm aware that I often tell people things that it's hard for them to believe, and that you doubt what I have said. I understand.